Hi, this is Joe again with another review. For the sake of this video, we'll be discussing. It's going to be the last James Bond movie I'm going to be reviewing. Because I reviewed all of them already by now. But it's out of, the films are out of order. But I reviewed all of them except for this one, which is 1999's The World Is Not Enough, starring Pierce Brosnan as James Bond, the third time that he's playing the part, along with Sophie Marceau and Denise Richards. Was married to Charlie Sheen at the time that she did this movie. With this movie, of course, like I said, it's the third one that Pierce Brosnan starred in. Of course, this one has kind of like almost not exactly, but almost a basic plot for a Bond film. And that is James Bond gets hired to protect an oil baron's daughter for apparently a terrorist, apparently Robert Carlyle, who couldn't feel any pain. So he had like a bullet in his head, and it hit the part of his brain, even though he's dying from the bullet, because they couldn't remove the bullet, and he couldn't feel any pain. Of course, this subplot, you really couldn't. They didn't really go that further. I mean, what they should have done was to have a fight scene between Bond and his character and Robert Carlyle's character. But I mean, they did have a fight, like a gunfight, but it wasn't really a good fight with a guy who couldn't feel any pain, with Bond beating the crap out of him and couldn't feel anything. And it's really a mindless, stupid, insignificant plot point, because it really didn't do anything about it after that. So it was really a waste of time to describe the guy who couldn't feel any pain and he's dying from the bullet wound. I mean, that's stupid. I mean, it's like beyond stupid. That particular plot point. But Bond does find out that it had to do with this pipeline that the daughter wants to build, and she was kidnapped by Robert Carlyle's character. So when she was found out that the whole thing was just bullshit, because the daughter decided to take her revenge on her father by killing him, because he didn't send any money. He didn't pay the ransom money to Robert Carlyle wanted. He wanted like $1 million or $2 million, whatever the money amount was. Sophie Marceau's father didn't pay for it. So she decided to get even and make up this whole scheme that Robert Carlyle was a terrorist. The two of them were lovers. Sophie Marceau's character and Robert Carlyle's character was two lovers who made up this whole scheme to blackmail the father and to take over and destroy this other pipeline, so that her pipeline would go in and she'd make a shitload of money. So Bond had to have an affair with her, with the Sophie Marceau's character, and then Robert Carlyle says, "I'm glad you had her used. You had sex with her first." So it's like, that type of a thing went on in this film as well. One helping each other, but that's about it. And then of course, Bond does team up with Denise Richards, who plays like a nuclear physicist. I don't know any nuclear physicist that looks like her. And she shows off her body practically a lot in this movie. She's wearing like a tank top, it shows off her midriff, but it's not bad to look at. I mean, Denise Richards is one of the most gorgeous women in Hollywood, especially the time the movie came out. And everybody was smoking hot, and she is smoking hot, still is today. But to see her running around in that outfit, it's supposed to be a nuclear physicist, but running around in the clothing she was wearing was ridiculous. So, anyways, and her name, or Denise Richards' name, and her character name in this movie is Christmas Jones. So now you gotta have a lot of Christmas references. And he said, "Hey, no more Christmas jokes. I heard all the Christmas jokes already." And it's enough. I don't want to hear any more stupid jokes about it. Well, the last line of the movie was a Christmas joke. Big surprise. We're going to get to in a minute. So of course he had all this action stuff going on with destroying uh, destroying the pipeline, and then they had this other part of that plan. The Sophie Morceau's character had, and Robert Carlyle had this other plan to try to, and again try to have like a World War III deal in this movie, trying to blow up a try to make hijack a nuclear sub, and trying to destroy or blow up the nuclear reactor and destroy this area for this other pipeline, so that her pipeline could be used. And so it's really a two-part plan. So of course, Bond and Christmas Jones, Lee Richards' character, does try to end destroying their plan, which of course is what happens. Obviously, because Bond does come out and win at the end of this movie like he usually does. So, but of course, in this movie, he does kill. Bond does kill the Sophie Morceau character. He does kill her. But it's like really the first time that I can remember in a Bond film where Bond kills a woman. Because he never really had that before in any other Bond film. Because usually the woman usually gets killed, either gets arrested by James Bond's allies, whether it be Felix Leiter of the CIA or whatever other agency that he happens to be working with in a particular film. They usually arrest the woman. Like in Dr. No, they arrest the woman that Bond had sex with. And this Japanese counter spy with the woman when Bond goes to her house and he knew that she was working with Dr. No, and stiffed her really, and got her arrested. And there usually was the bit in the film where he never really hurt a woman before, or kills them or anything else, or injures them. He did in this movie. He actually physically kills a woman. Now you can say in the movie he did previously, which was The Living Daylights, Bond does shoot a female sniper, but she wasn't really a sniper. She was acting as a sniper. And Bond figured that she was acting like a sniper, and shoots her in the hand, which was a cello player. You're pretending to be a sniper, and Bond shoots her and hits her hand. So she couldn't shoot. Well, this time Bond does kill a woman, which is a shock that he does it. Because he usually shoots a guy or something. And then, of course, he tells Robert Carlyle she's dead already. I killed her. And I'm going to kill you next. And of course, he does kill Robert Carlyle's character in the end of the film. And the big fight scene in the submarine when Robert Carlyle tries to blow up the submarine or use the nuclear reactor to cause a nuclear meltdown on this nuclear submarine. And that's what's happened in this movie. And of course, like I said earlier, Bond wins at the end. And of course, previously I crapped on these movies because it was stereotypical spy stuff. All actually very little plot. I think this one was very interesting because a woman was the main villain. Because you thought that she wasn't, until of course they put the twist in there where the woman was actually the main villain and Robert Carlyle was actually the henchman. I thought that was kind of an interesting twist to having a woman villain as the main villain, which was also something that never happened before in the Bond movies. Usually there's a woman, usually the henchman or the girlfriend of the villain, like in the Sean Connery films, but and a couple of times in the Roger Moore films. But this is the first time we actually had a woman being the main villain, which is kind of interesting. But if you're watching all these Bond films, and watch every single Bond film in order before you get to this movie, before you get to The World Is Not Enough, you know that's not so much of a big shock there. It really isn't a big shock once you get to this movie. But I think that Sofia Monsoor was definitely a very, very good, very beautiful bongo. I already mentioned that Denise Richards was smoking hot in this film, but with her being dressed the way she was for a good chunk of this movie, you don't buy her as a nuclear physicist because of the way she was dressed. I mean, she wasn't really in a stereotypical lab coat or with the glasses, everything, make her look like a nerd or a geek or a dork. But of course, Denise Richards is smoking hot. Unfortunately, she got hooked up with the one guy in real life with Charlie Sheen. But other than that, I mean, she is gorgeous to look at. I mean, she really was. Of course, at the end of the film, Denise Richards, Christmas Jones, and James Bond do hook up at the end of this film. And James Bond says, "I thought that Christmas only comes once a year." And with her, of course, actually making a joke, an orgasm joke, and a Christmas joke at the same time in the same line. And it was the last line of the film. And of course, this was the 19th film in this series. Of course, you're not going to have another one for another Bond film for another 3 years because of because it was going to be the 40th anniversary of James Bond in 2002. So technically, this was the last movie of the 20th century. And Die Another Day, which was the first movie of the 21st century in 2002. With the first year being in 2001, folks. I don't care. Because 2001 was the first year of the 21st century. So, and it did have, in this Bond film, I actually also mentioned that in The World Is Not Enough, this was also the first time when Desmond Llewellyn passed the torch to John Cleese as Q. And this was the last time Desmond Llewellyn played Q. And I think he died not too long afterwards, or after this, or before the movie even came out. I think he died before this one, or Die Another Day. I think he died before Die Another Day came out. So it's dedicated. So that film was dedicated to him. Desmond Llewellyn, who played Q in from Russia with Love, or from 1963, for more than 30 years. And I think it was 18 movies, because he didn't appear with Dr. No. So, of course, 18 movies and 36 years, Desmond Llewellyn played Q, and he was the longest character in the whole Bond film, at least the longest actor, because he's the only one who ever played that part until John Cleese took over the mantle. In this movie, The World Is Not Enough. And it's very, very funny very sad to see him passing the torch, because he was the only actor who was there for practically all those movies. The only one that was the second longest one was Lois Maxwell, who was the original Miss Moneypenny. I forgot which one was the last film. I think it was may have been View to a Kill. I think View to a Kill was the last one she did. But she also starred in from Dr. No to A View to a Kill. The second longest actor in this movie series, and of course the third one was Bernard Lee, who was the original M. So it's really sad that Desmond Llewellyn is no longer with us. I mean, it was really great playing the part, and his chemistry between, it doesn't matter which actor played Bond, but he had great chemistry with all the actors. I think the best bit was with Sean Connery, the great chemistry with Sean Connery, of course, and then the other Bonds actors. But seeing he's no longer with, and it would be fun if Desmond Llewellyn had an actual son, and he took over the part of Q. That would be a little fun to see in these movies. But they didn't do that. Daniel Craig, they picked a younger actor to play Q in the Daniel Craig films. So that's my review of The World Is Not Enough. And like I said, this is the last Bond movie I'm going to be reviewing until I actually have new ones. So that's my review of, I should repeat the movie, A little bit review of The World Is Not Enough. Please click on the video, please rate it, feel free to comment on it. Please subscribe to my channel, please forward this video to your Facebook pages. You can check out all my reviews and on my YouTube channel, RallyC.com, is over WDY, C.com is the homepage of the Rally Reviewer. Chris Lee Moore, please check out all of his videos on his website. Thanks for watching, catch you next time.